Hi, y'all. So, it has been a minute since I've been uploading videos, and honestly, I had just been just going through just life and like a phase in my life where I'm tying up loose ends, and I feel like it's just been very difficult. I feel like there's okay, first of all, I in person, I am the type of person that likes to sort my things out myself, maybe because I've been conditioned that way, um, like a childhood thing or whatever. But my thing is, I'm a pretty reserved person, I'm a pretty private person. There are things that I like to share on here where I get a little more personal, but there's certain things I don't want to just like openly share my business out there, but I still want to give space for vulnerability, which is a thing that I'm more learning recently. But my point is, I've just been going through a few different things that I'm having to tackle in life, and I just feel like there's been certain delays that have been already existing. Some already was an issue, and then other part, it's just a new phase of my life that I'm jumping into. And there's just been because I feel like God's just teaching me in this season to just trust and rely on Him. And part of me updating you guys on what's going on is just like explaining, like, that's why I've been off. I've been off with my content, been off with a few different things that I'm tackling, and God's helping me through it at the end of the day. And I remember recently, pretty recent, I would say like within a few weeks, I had woken up early in the morning because I like my quiet. I have to wake up early, but also like I enjoy my quiet time. During that time, I like to get into prayer, talk with God. And I'm not so like amazing at waking up early to do this. Sometimes I wake like just tired, been very exhausted lately with just being overwhelmed with this stuff. But anyway, um, so because of that, I don't always get up early enough to have like quiet time with God and stuff like that. But anyway, he at this day I did wake up early enough for that time, and he I was like praying. I was like, God, like you, or just talking to him, like, God, you know, like you know the desires of my heart, you know the things I've been worried about, and you know that I'm just very exhausted at this point. I'm just very tired, very exhausted, getting raised. Just kidding. Well, not kidding, but um, but essentially, God, you know you know what I want in my life. You know the desires of my heart, and I'm just like at a point of just not being tired, but just very exhausted of the weight of this situation and figuring it things out on my own, just different things. And he was like, well, like what he told me was that you're not running out of time, you're running out of patience. And essentially, it means what it, like, essentially, I took it as, like, it's, like, as is. Like, you're running out of patience, you're not running out of time. But also, it was like a reassurance. Like, he knows plans that he has for your life. So, um, the good thing is that I like literally palm I think it's called Good Friday, Palm Friday, Good Friday, Good Friday. the Friday before, right before Easter, he gave me some relief, like a miracle, honestly. This was something that was, it's just one of those things that like so many things are going on. You're just waiting for one solid thing to like go through without any complications. And he made a way. Let's say that. He made a way for me. And I feel like that encouraged me to just be grateful and thankful, but also like I had prayed and prayed and like he came through. And it's just, even though like I'm not totally in the clear with um the things that I'm tackling at this point in my life, but also it was just a reassurance that he comes through. Like if he's came through for you before, he'll come through for you again. So him coming through for me, thank God that he did that Friday. Like it was perfect timing. And yeah, I'll share my testimony one day with you guys. But it was just such perfect timing for him. And like he'll do it again. Like I know he'll do it again in these other areas of my life. Like I feel like the reason why I'm experiencing overwhelm and what feels like spiritual warfare is because I'm trying to get certain things in motion in my life that in tying up, like I said, tying up these loose ends. And I don't know, you guys, I'm just trusting God. I'm just trusting God and doing what I can. And it's rough right now, but right now it's temporary. I trust God. He's going to come through. It is temporary, and I wouldn't be feeling like this heaviness of this spiritual warfare if there wasn't something on the other side of this mountain that I feel like I'm climbing, that the devil is mad about, the enemy is mad about, or yeah, just getting through day by day, taking things one day at a time, and just being comforted that God's with me through the process. And I'm excited because I'm grateful that God has put me in a mental headspace now. Because, like, just a year ago, I would have been just riddled with anxiety. And I am, like, using God as my biggest coping mechanism for when things are tough like this. And just a year ago, I felt like I was doing that, but I feel like I was more programmed to the way that I used to think and feel, and then be in a cycle of um, wanting to forget about the weight that I was experiencing by either drinking or smoking. And yeah, like now I be my Bible, I be praying, and I feel like God just gives me such a different relief. And I'm not saying that I don't drink or smoke now or anything like that, um but he's the best one to talk to. He's the best to go to with these heavy feelings and just talking it out. And without him, I don't even think I would be brave enough to even do this. And sorry, I cut off. Talk about what I've been going through. So I'm giving God the glory because it's not comfortable. Like I said, I feel like I kind of left it a little vague. I didn't go into detail, but Yeah, that pretty much sums it up. That's been my experience lately. I'm excited to get back on board of posting content on here, even when I'm not feeling good. Um, and just being honest and vulnerable with myself, with Jesus, and going through the motions of the waves and flows of life happening and trying to persevere and change your circumstances to change your life and habits. And I pray that one day I can look back on these videos that I make and I could be like, I was really going through it and I remember all the emotions I was experiencing, but I also remember the breakthroughs and being the gratitude having for the Lord, and now I'm in my promised land. Now I'm good. Now I'm feeling satisfied. And the truth of the matter is things are always going to be like not perfect exact to how you want them, but it really is about the attitude that you have while going through what you're going through. And I feel like the way I process things now, um, I feel like if I felt like I was pretty graceful in the past, because I've been through some things about what I'm going through, like now I feel like God has just showered me with an even more great, getting through things even more graciously. And that's a beautiful thing. And then on the flip side, I've been able to be very vulnerable in my emotions that are the ones that we try to run away from too, like me being angry, me being in my feelings, me feeling petty, me feeling whatever type of way that I don't really like to admit to, or like that you wouldn't really prefer people see that side of you, but it's clear, authentic. Just be real with God. Just be humble and be vulnerable and real. He don't judge you. Like, okay, I'm just going off now, but I know my God, and I highly recommend him. He is just the best comforter for these type of things. And yeah, that's pretty much it. All I wanted to talk on, guys. It's not my usual kind of content video stuff, but yeah, that's pretty much it. I will get back on plan with creating more content, talk pieces, think pieces, wisdom, knowledge. If you would like to subscribe and just be a witness to my living testimony of getting through this phase of my life, um, yeah, and just things I'm learning, talking about God. I'm very, very into all of that, and I would love for you to continue to join me if you're interested. But I'll talk to you guys next time. Peace.